Hi guys, once again we're out here in the wood shop. We got another little project going. It'll be soon my grandson's birthday, and he likes superheroes and so forth. And I thought, I would fix this little little wooden toy here for him for one of his birthday gifts. It's a Batman car, and I'll show you exactly how I'm going to lay it out and how that I'm going to have it all uh, sanded and grinded and so forth to make all the little details on the Batman car. Okay guys, right here we have just rough cut uh, white oak that I had planed down with my planer, smoothed it up, and then I took my templates that I drawed just out of paper, and I marked my this is the exterior part of the car, the what I would call the fenders and so forth, and this being the cab, the cockpit interior side of the car. Just draw those out, and I sawed them out with my scroll saw here. But now that I've got them started here, cut out, I was going to show you how this is going to work. You got your interior, like I said before, and then you'll have your fenders. Let's see how this works. And after it's lined up right, I'll line these bottoms up with the bottom of that. Then this will allow me, this part here, to drill holes in here for these wheels. Now these wheels I cut out with just regular hole saw. You get this kit, it's got all these different size saws. You just put it on your bit, you put it on a drill, and you just drill right into the wood. You cut your wheels out. And we're not finished with these. We got to clean them up some, and we're also going to do some design on the outside here. But this is how we get our wheels, and of course, this will sit as such when we're completed. Now, of course, this will be level with the tires here, but you can see how you build on it. You'll cut out two of these plates and only one of the interior car, the cockpit and so forth. And we will use dowel rods more than likely to drill into this and set our tires in there, our wheels, and just a simple little deal. But what's going to really make this thing pop is that you take the vehicles, the parts of the vehicle, and you put edges on them. You round this off properly. Same way with the fenders here. You can see on the drawing on the back wings here how it's got the indentions of the back wings here, these lines, and the fender lines and so forth, and these air intakes, and even on the back where it's going to have your jet propulsion, and in the front where the air ram is. We'll do all that with Dremels and different diverse tools, and I'll show you the further along we get. We've got all the parts cut out now, guys. The two pieces to this. This I left out a while ago, and I wanted to add it to show you what we're doing. But you'll need two pieces of these and one piece of this. This is your cab. These are your outer exterior part of the vehicle, and then these are your fenders. And the way this is going to go together. Oh, and I also made wider back wheels, because I think it's going to look better with the wider wheels sticking over, since I'm going to put the fenders on here. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. But I just used a rough cut 2x4. This is all white oak. Rough cut 2x4. Used the same hole saw, but as you can tell, this is twice as thick almost. So what you do, you drill through the wood this side, then you flip it over and drill through the other side. Now it's going to leave a little seam there in the middle, as you can see, but you can sand that out on the band sander. So we did that, and this is going to be the front tires. So the way this is all going to go together, guys, is, of course, you'll have this on that side, you'll have this here, and you'll have this on this side. I'm just roughly putting it together for you guys to see. Then, of course, your big tires are going to go in the back. so, and these are going up front like so. Now your fenders are going to go like so. Of course, you got to line these up, guys. I'm doing this one-handed and it's kind of hard, but anywho, it's going to be like that. Now you could put this together and you can see from the side, it just makes a rough little vehicle. But like I explained on the other video there before this one, the trick to all this is taking a Dremel, router, sander, belt sander and so forth, and rounding these edges and putting in all this detail here, as you can see on the drawing. It's going to be put on. So stay tuned for that. Oh, also the axles that goes through here is just dowel rod, wooden dowel rods. But in between the inner frame here and the tire, you got to put a little washer, and that'll let that wheel turn freely without rubbing against this, backside here of the wood, and it'll cause the vehicle to roll a lot smoother. I just thought I'd add that in there real quick. But yep, you got your outer fender, your inner fenders and frame or body, then you'll have your inner cab, and one of those, two of these, and two back wheels, two front wheels, and then of course your dowel rods goes through all this. And that's where we're at right now, and we'll go further with shaping this stuff up. Alright guys, I got them, got all the body and the tires and everything pretty much where I wanted it to be. You can see the shaping of the wing in the back, how I put this angle on it. And on this side, I took my Dremel and put in some notches there to kind of give it the back wing look. And got my tires. It looks like a stainless steel hubcaps, like it's on the movies of Batman and so forth, on front and back. And the next thing we'll be doing is putting the tires on the shafts here, the axles on one side. We'll glue it and we'll shove it through. Don't forget your little washers. That helps these things to turn and spin and roll a lot easier. And once we get one side glued, we'll just shove it through to the other side. I've already measured and cut these axles to where they need to be, and easiest way I found to get that measurement is to take your two tires, measure it, and the width of your two tires and the width of the body, and give it an 1/8 inch for the two washers, one on each side. Same way on the front. Measure your two tires, your body, plus an 1/8 inch for your washers, and that'll give you the length of your axle. Now, once you have this all together and glued and let it set up and everything's working proper, push the car, make sure everything's working good, then you glue on your side pieces here. And the last thing you'll do is, when that's set up good, you glue on your fenders. Guys, before we give you the reveal, I made a decision on this paint job on this car. We're going to send it down to my son's shop. He does really good at modeling paint and stuff like that, and painting models, and we're going to send it down there, and he can do a much better job on it than I can, and we're going to have him do it. That way when we have the reveal, you'll see it all finished, and I think it'll be even more special to my grandson, it being coming from Papa and Dad. So stay tuned.
What's going on, guys? Here we have the finished wooden Batmobile that Dad made from white oak, and he put some rubber on the tires here. We're going to be using some acrylic paint, acrylic black paint for the undercoat, and some high pigment miniature paint for the colors. So we're going to be modeling this after the images from the movies that I was able to find. So first we're hitting it with some flat black, and we're covering the entire thing with this. It's just flat black apple barrel acrylic paint. I've been using for the bulk color painting, like painting things black, I've been using apple barrel because it's cheaper to get the bulk painting done, and then I use the more expensive pigment paint for colors. So here you can see I added the silver on some highlights and the wheels and the windshield, and I've added some headlights also with some yellow, and here we went in with some black to put some designs on the side of the wheels there. We've highlighted the details on the wings and put the back lights on. We've added the silver metallic paint also to the middle there for the booster. And we went around the edges and edge highlighted all of the fenders and the body shapes with silver also to catch the light and make it pop. And the last thing we did on this is we added some glare lines on the glass parts. So we added some glare on the windshield, the headlights, and the back lights. But this has been a fun project to do, and appreciate you guys watching, and we'll get right to the opening of the gift on his birthday.
Whoa!
Wow, that is awesome.
It has this at the bottom.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Cool.
It says from TL and TL2 to TL3.
Oh,
22.
oh,
Thank you.
that's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
Was that
It really rolls and everything.
yeah.
Serenity, come here. Papa done the wood and made it, and Daddy painted it.
That's what you were doing last night.